Hello people, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing a list and these are going to be 10 underrated fragrances sort of. I picked them up differently, but more or less everything is kind of sweet, okay? But these are not the fragrances which are being hyped so much anymore. They are from back in the time, more or less, kind of older fragrances now, but they smell all great and they actually have characters, okay? They have a lot of stories with me and some of them actually can be really good compliment puller, okay? But these are on the sweeter side more or less, and one fragrance is kind of unique, okay? So first fragrance I'm going to start with, I have reviewed them all, check them out on my channel. You can search, you can review, I mean you can watch anybody's review, no problem. Number 10, I'll start with the fragrance. This perfume, when it came out first, it had some hype, but people said it was not as good as the original. It was a flanker. And then they released another one called Bourbon from the line that was good, kind of like PDM Altair clone. But from the Lattafa's line, this Asad, this is fragrance called Zanzibar, okay? And I saw this perfume did not get so much like or love in the community, which is why I think it's underrated. And it's not a fragrance that is worthy of that dislike or hate, whatever it got. And this is not worthy of Asad's, line. I humbly disagree because this is a great fragrance. First of all, I cannot think of one fragrance I think this is similar to. Like, it has some similar vibes. It has some iris, it has some sweetness, coconut, stuff like that. It has a tropical vibe. At first, some people said could be something like creamy sunshine kind of a smell, but it is that. But I cannot compare this with anything. It's a great little perfume. You know, yeah, it smells so nice. It's sweet. It's creamy. It's tropical. It's like that sun, tan lotion feel. And when I wear this, it's not really overly masculine. It's not so feminine. It's just the type of fragrance that I like. It has good performance. I can wear this almost all year round. On a casual day, it's a great fragrance to wear. And whenever you are meeting someone, let's say in the crowd, people love wearing fragrances, okay? And I do not think out of 10 people, even 9 will wear, even 1 will wear this. That's why it makes it a statement. People smell it like, it smells familiar. What is that? And then someone will guess perhaps because the iris, Givenchy Gentleman line. Then you're like, no. So if people keep guessing, right? It's a great fragrance for the price. Asad Zanzibar with great performance. You can wear this all year round. Next one is the fragrance. After, I think, so many years, I'm showing this. This perfume is now super rare, I think. I don't see this anywhere. I have a little bottle only, I think of 30 ml or so. This is Thierry Mugler's Time Magic. Okay, this was marketed towards women. This is called Omenity. Okay, and if you see on Fragrantica, if you check this perfume, they show the bottle picture. The color is pink. I don't know if that was the old batch or like at first it's supposed to be pink or peach. Then it turns into this whiskey colored juice. I don't know. Okay, and look at this. Even the small bottle has so much attention detailing. This as a ring. You can wear this like this. Actually, I can take it out and wear it as a ring. It's kind of like a nice rock theme ring. And the whole thing, the Omenity at the side, there's a face, if you can make that out. Okay, this one is a face of a goddess or something. So this is a purely unique fragrance. Purely unique means I don't have that many fragrances in the modern day that I see or try which has a fig note, which has fig, caviar, fig tree, and then like there are 3 kind of fig notes in there. Okay, almost smells like a fig soap, if there was such a thing. It is creamy fig. It's tasty. It's not superly sweet, but it's sweet. When you wear this, man, you can confuse a lot of people because people would be like, like they wouldn't know how to react. Okay, I would say that because fig normally is like fragrance like Dune Purum. Okay, and some of the other figs, I don't remember what else was, like Kenzo, some of the Kenzos. I had like 3 or 4 at best fig perfumes, and not all of them were superly popular. But fig gives out the dry fruit feel, and sweetness at the same time. There was another fig-based perfume that I like a lot. Okay, I think it's Mobusan. Was that fragrance? The bottle is black bottle. Okay, you guys know I always forget that name. That fragrance also had fig. This is a super fig. Excellent push. It is very, very deep and rich, and this is very old, so it settles on your skin like especially if you have, I don't want to sound like race based content, but this thing, if you have dark skin, let's say you are the dark sexy bro, you have a little bit like a brown skin, man, this one goes so nicely. Some fragrances, the chocolatey ones like Lance de Guerlain, this is one of those fragrances that goes nicely with, if you are a little bit brown or dark skin, this goes so nicely with the chemistry, so yeah, anyone can wear this, no problem. Ladies mostly like it, I like it also, okay, but very underrated. This is called Omenity. The next one I'm going to show you, after a long time I picked this up. This was in one of my boxes somewhere, and I'm like, this is sweet, at the same time it's kind of spicy, amber, oud, and not much of oud, but even though the name is oud in there, this is very old fragrance, Armaf Niche Oud, and I'm lucky to have still so much juice left. This one I reviewed in 16 or 17, and those are the times I was super, how to say, adventurous. I used to take trips to get a bottle like 2-3 hours away from my home, and also I used to like be very very excited getting fragrances, mostly Armafs, Middle Eastern houses. So this was one of the first few Armaf. There was no review on this when I reviewed this. Many people afterwards discovered it and it became kind of popular. Very good performer, especially if you like the sweet amber. And it's a very not strange, it's a very rare kind of smell. If Actually, if you're supposed to imagine, like, where can I smell a fragrance like this? Maybe somewhere in Tom Ford. When I close my eyes, I can think of Amber Absolute by Tom Ford. This is not exactly a dupe of that, but it reminds me of that. I do have a sample somewhere in one of my drawers. I don't want to take it out, but it's next best thing to that. Some people will not agree, but it's a great fragrance on its own right. And when you wear this, little bit cool weather, nighttime, it's also dark, it's sensual, it has woodiness at the base, and great fragrance. Okay, for the price you cannot go wrong. Armaf Niche Oud, one of the best from the line. See, some of these three fragrances you would not expect, right? Number 7, this is a more modern, newer fragrance. I think it was released like 1 year 2 years back, and I saw the bottle, and this is my favorite color since childhood. Okay, it's blue, but the fragrance is not blue. The fragrance is about Tonka, and it's a Tonka creamy, powdery, you can say syrupy, no, not syrupy, but powdery, milky kind of fragrance, which lasts a long time. It's kind of on the unisex side. I do have another female fragrance, or a couple of them unisex, but this is really great. This is Oud Tonka by Shaghab line by Swiss Arabian. This line, they have released like some limited time releases, the green bottle, I think that is Hartnell or something similar to Hartnell. And then what else? There was caramel one. There was something similar to some PDMs. Man, this line is great. In short, this line is niche vibe. Okay, if this fragrance, if you smell, if you're looking for a great Tonka fragrance, or almond, that's another note. So it's very smooth. It's like a milk butter, on women's skin. Like if you smell, like they really have this sensual, soft skin, and you just like, you do that, you just love their skin. Men sometimes love women, scent of women, right? If you are into romantic, if you're a romantic person, it's not always about, like reptile or sub-zero, not sub-zero, reptile or scorpion. Some men are very very nice and romantic. So I imagine this is a smell of a skin of a beautiful woman, so it's so beautiful. There's nothing like super sexy about it. There's nothing super like turn me on or something. No, this is a very beautiful perfume. It's there, it's confident, and it's beautiful, so it's like Cleopatra, right? So I love this perfume. Sometimes I wear it when there's a breezy day, kind of like not very hot day, humid day. I wear this one you can wear. This could be a beautiful fragrance, especially because women love something they can relate to. If you want to wear something on a date and you think your woman is like, the person you're going to meet is very feminine and she likes kind of fragrances that, feminine, she would appreciate this on you. But you have to have a nice, character or behavior or a characteristic. Okay, so Oud Tonka, great fragrance, super sleeper. Next one, it's similar to that bottle of the Armaf, the Niche Oud, but this perfume is also super underrated. I sometimes do this, people go for hype, right? They see a review or hype on certain channel, or some, reviewer who hyped it on a column or their, a page. Then people go, oh, I'll get that. But I do this sometimes, like I go to shops and I look at the whole collection and I cannot find anything new or interesting. Then what I do is I look for the fragrance I never tried. Such a house is called Kenneth. This is called Copper Black. I reviewed 3, 4, maybe 4 at tops, 3, 4, 5 maybe. Okay, Kenneth Cole's, they have, I did 6 most probably. Kenneth Cole a fragrance like RSVP. They had Kenneth Cole Black, great fragrances, man. These are fragrances that people don't really mention because these are the basic tier designer. But Kenneth Cole, this fragrance, when you smell it, let me just keep the hype and all the big, fragrance comparisons away. But if you smell this, people who love fragrance like pure malt, okay, CH-Man Privé, if they like whiskey, they like kind of like a fruity whiskey smell, and also apple fruitiness, this one gives me that. This is very beautiful. It doesn't smell like copper that much, and doesn't smell like that dark like Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP. It has some vibe, perhaps the amber type, but when you see it like this, it can be confused with Nuit de l'Homme, right? So this is in that category. It's like sweet, sexy, boozy category. But since it's Kenneth Cole, people will be like, I don't want to pay $45, $55 for it. That's the price, man. This is super sexy fragrance. For close encounters, this is a great perfume, and I would say this is good for fall. You can wear it at night time. There's AC going on, spray some on the pillow and stuff. Great fragrance. Okay, Copper Black by Kenneth Cole. No, now, not no, no, now. Number 5 is a fragrance. This perfume, some reviewers recognized it. They spoke highly of it, so I'm very grateful to them. But when I reviewed it for the first time, there was hardly any talk about it. I think there was Max Forte and Sebastian Zara. These two awesome gentlemen talked about it, and it's such a masterpiece. If this was a Mugler, if this was a Chanel, there wouldn't be any fragrance even close to it. Okay, this is how I want to praise it. This is 1821 Sweet Tobacco Spirit. When I got it for the first time, it was $85. Now the price have gone high to 120 or something. Still a great fragrance, still a great price for this. So this perfume, oh man, this is so sweet, like a wine. It has a red wine accord. Those who like to drink, you can relate. This one has a gooey honey, so that Naxos, Pure Heaven, that DNA. And also there is this DNA of tobacco. So you get, I'm not saying you get Pure Heaven, pure malt, and then like a red wine accord in one fragrance. That is unbeatable. No, this is a super sweet. I can call this like if there is a buddy next to Naxos, which is as good quality, but it's sweeter than Naxos. Naxos is more focused on the tobacco. This is focused on the red wine, honey, and then the tobacco. And then Tonka. Man, this perfume is so good. But on the dry down, it gets a little bit mature. It's a very mature scent. So that's why perhaps it doesn't get so much love. I love this, man. If you like that description, try it out. It's a very, very awesome perfume. 1821 Sweet Tobacco Spirit. Awesome bottle. So next to it, I put another fragrance which I like better than that, cheaper than that, but it's also interesting, and it's from a line of Latafa that you would not imagine. Like when I tried it, I couldn't believe it's not just Quentin Bish did this. That's why it's great. But the composition, the longevity, and it's an unisex perfume, maybe for marketed towards women as well. But when I sprayed this, man, the plum liquor and then the iris, some people call this fragrance Tertiaq Intense. Look at that bottle. Okay, they call this fragrance hybrid of Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé, Dior Intense, and perhaps Valentino Wu Intense. Some people describe it, but I would not say it's a exact dupe or take or anything. It has its own character. This fragrance smells very familiar because of those notes, the iris especially. It does have the lipsticky iris feel, but it's that plum, it makes it boozy. So imagine it's like a dream come true, boozy iris, right? This is a fragrance with that awesome looking bottle, man, with that snake and all that. This is a great fragrance. If you want to get compliments from ladies, you can confuse them. If you wear this, they'll be like, me? Is it me who's smelling that great, or is the guy who's wearing this? And if they're interested, they'll ask you, they say, why are you wearing a perfume that is a women's perfume? They may ask you that. Sometimes, it's nice to be strange. I have a next fragrance, which is even going to elaborate it a little bit more, but great masterpiece of a perfume. That's why it's so good. It's 1/3 price of that 1821 Sweet Tobacco Spirit, but as good. Okay, so Tertiaq Intense by Latafa. Let me have some coffee. Okay, okay. Okay, now number 3, very old fragrance of mine. Okay, first time I tried this, I knew I loved it. Sometimes you see something of a beauty and you fall in love right away. There's no logic. There's logic because it's pretty, it's strange, it's sensual, it's dark. The fragrance I want to talk about is this one. Let me show you first what this is. This is called Black Opium. Okay, when the bottle is full, it looks awesome because of the juice color, but the juice color is now, like, juice level is low right now, but it's very, very dark juice. Okay, this is one of the perfumes. When I was in the market, looking at Lanvin Alarms and Chanel Allures, I had my eye on this, and I was like, what is this beautiful bottle, man? It looks so awesome because it has some glitter in it, and opium bottles in general are very mysterious due to this window kind of glass. And I saw the reviews, and I really want to try it. Let me just put it a scent of the night, late night, okay? Just go one spray, okay? So I saw it, I'm like, let me spray this, I don't care if it's women's perfume. If something smells great and I can wear it, I'll take it. So before this, I bought one other perfume called Armani C. Beautiful, sweet, and floral, but wearable. I had Flower Bomb, okay, Decadence. This was my fourth, okay? When I smelled this, I went, oh my God. Sometimes old Jeremy, when he would describe Juicy Couture fragrances like that, Gold Couture, and go like, oh my God, of course, those are over the top, but I had such a similar reaction to this perfume. This is something women wear and they smell like goddess. Okay, absolutely. I would worship woman who wears this. Okay, not literally, but those who are into women. But I would imagine the most sexy women who love gothic style. Their mascara, their eyeshadow, makeup. Their everything is like they have black nail polish, man. They would be wearing this, and I would love that. Imagine some raven flying around with them. Yeah, she's kind of evil, but she smells great. There's a coffee note in there, sweetness, and it's kind of like chocolatey. This is a fragrance, men, when they wear it, man, it becomes something else. Okay, so it is a strange perfume. I highly recommend this. I need to get a backup bottle of it. Black Opium EDP. Don't get the new ones, the new flankers. Some of them, they are not that good. Number two, let's come back to the normal life, regular life. Sick Reveal. Okay, I have two backup bottles right there. One is up for sale, and these are now 30 mls are going for $37. Okay, yeah, that's happening. So this is, I took off the cap because it reflects. So this perfume, it's about brandy, it's about leather, it's about sugar, it's about maybe some fruity notes. This fragrance, ultimate. Like some of the fragrance, you don't have to think. It's a strong perfume, it has force, and definitely people notice it. Sometimes, when you get look from people, or people just actually ask you or something, they get noticed and they look at you, you can tell like they are smelling your perfume and you smell nice. It has a little bit of a younger vibe. Okay, I got this in 2016 when I wore it in the winters. There was very foggy, cold, and I was rocking this everywhere with a leather jacket or something. Man, one of my friend, he said, what's the name of your perfume? You left a huge scent trail in my house, because I know it was you. So I used to wear like 10, 15 sprays because I used to like show off, but I still love it. I grew older, but I still love this. Sick Reveal, get a bottle before it totally disappears. It's very expensive already, but you will regret it if you never tried Sick Reveal. That's just my 2 cents. Okay, number two is Sick Reveal. And to top it off, this huge video, I took out one of the easier fragrance. This is less sweet. This is something like a fragrance. When you pay that much money, $250 per 50 ml, you feel no, it's not worth that money. I agree. I got this because I fell for the smell once again. Sometimes some of the perfumes are so alluring, like that you like it, but you're not sure if you want to get it because you think the price point is too much. But at one point, overthinking gets you to get it. This is called Apple Brandy on the Rocks. Okay, my second favorite from the line, this line. And I want to try, there's like a Ginger Dash, the Blue Moon, whatever, and then there was few others. After I was wearing yesterday the Angel Share, man, I got compliments even in the 42 degrees. But this thing, it's sparkling apple cider. Okay, I love that. I love apple ciders from Somersby. Those who are used to it, you guys can tell. There's pear, there's these, that many flavors, but the apple one tastes great. This stuff, it's sweet apple, boozy, and you can actually literally hear the sound. If they put like few cubes of ice and then they move it in the glass quickly, you can hear the sound of the ice cubes touching the glass with the heavy glass like this, and you smell like fruitiness, and there's like a maybe slice of apple on the glass. Okay, so this is apple cider. If you like apple cider, this apple cider smell, very beautiful perfume. If you like apples, this is one of the best apple based scents ever. Greenleaf maybe a close second, but this is good, man. Okay, let's just go to spray for the night. Smells great. It smells very fruity, smells very high end, and it smells like something Killian would make. It's definitely people who love drinking, try it. Okay, so number one today is Apple Brandy on the Rocks. Thank you so much for watching. You can try those fragrances always sample before you buy. But these are some great perfumes, and not the latest one also. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.